Nancy.
Well, I got to tell you something, Natalie. I've been to a lot of murder scenes and attended a lot of autopsies, but it hits me hard every time I hear the details because I look at Vanessa and Sister Myra tells us loving and to hear how she was murdered. But you know what? As I tell juries, Natalie, we cannot turn away from the truth. We cannot. What happened?
So yesterday after our press conference, we received a phone call from the CID telling us that the top agent, they're all in D.C., they want to meet with us at 4 p.m. CID guy in D.C., it was two others, it was about 4 or 5 men that wanted to meet with us and speak to us. They said, we heard what you said, we know you're doing these press conferences, and we just said, okay, it's about time. And they had the 2 other agents that were involved in this investigation also available by Skype on that laptop. We go and we met at the JW Marriott. I got an executive office space. April 22nd, Vanessa did go to work. Aaron Robinson met her in the armory room, and Aaron said was sexually harassing her. She goes into the armory room to do her work. Pictures of Cicely, his girlfriend. Just information, background information. Cicely is married to a former soldier. So Vanessa said, well, you can't married person. You know, it's not only wrong, but it's also against the military rules. It's not right. I have to report it. He said, no, you're not. You're not going to ruin my career. He said he grabbed the first thing he could find, and that was a hammer, and started bludgeoning her head over and over. She wasn't getting knocked down quick enough, so he kept on bludgeoning her head, skull. In the armory room, the whole place was filled with blood. He took her body and put it in, I want to say, a Pelican brief. He wheeled it out. He put it on the side of the armory room. He went home. 6 p.m. comes around. He enters the base. He takes her body. He takes it to the lake or the river, puts it there, and decides he can't do this by himself. He can't, bury her. He needs help. He calls his girlfriend, the Cicely girl, the one who is, and he calls her. He says, get in the car. She gets in the car, and he tells her, I have Vanessa's body in a Pelican brief at the lake. I need your help to bury her. They go to the river. They go to the river. They first try to light her body on fire. They try to burn her body. They can't burn her body. They're having a hard time burning her body. Then they decide to take the machete out and start dismembering her whole body. They try to destroy it, try to put it in different places, bury it. They use some kind of quick dry, some kind of cement a product, and they do a shallow grave, put the cement on it, and they get rid of basically the evidence. They threw the machete out the window. By the way, with her phone, they destroyed her phone and threw it out the window. They threw the hammer out the window when they're driving. This is what they're saying. And they go about their business. Ironically, this all happened between 1 and 4, about midnight to 4 in the morning when they were burning her body and dismembering her body with a machete. That time was when Vanessa's sister Myra was arriving at the base. While she's looking for her sister, they are dismembering her body. It's just really disgusting. And it's very, I cried just listening to this whole story. They tell us that he did this crime between 10:23, 10:30, and 11:13 in the room, which makes no sense. How can there be blood all over it? And he kills and cleans up the whole crime scene in 43 minutes. I asked questions as to how can no one have seen this in the video cameras? How can no one have heard her screaming in the armory room when he was bludgeoning her? Then let's go fast forward. All this evidence, the statements, the witnesses, someone did see him struggling to take that that Pelican brief to his car. These people came forward and spoke about it. Some people talked about, seeing him, all that stuff. But they still did not. Get a warrant for his arrest or anything. They continued, I want to say, to use confirmatory bias. It couldn't be him. He had a polygrapher. They said the best polygrapher out there. He refused to get a polygraph, but the polygrapher then interviewed him and said he's absolutely lying. Going to his own suicide, when he was being kept on the base, they were able to bring charges of, or not charges, but keep him on the base with the COVID stuff. They were able to tell him that he should stay on the base because he can't go in and out with COVID, and that he was going to be hit with an affair, kind of like, the tax evasion for Capone. They didn't want to come after him for the murder. They wanted to do the affair thing. When they held him back, they said, you can't leave the base. How did this happen? By the way, all these holes in this case. He said he's going to the other room. They said, you're not allowed to leave this room. And somehow he walked out, went and escaped the base. He ran on foot. I understand 2 hours later, they were able to find him, and how he got a gun again between that time, how he even had a gun, or, they say it was his own personal gun, but that's when they came up to him and he shot himself before they could arrest him. So I got more information if you want to ask me questions. I mean, I'm sure everybody's in shock right now because I'm